Good morning, all of you. I hope all of you are fit and fine. In this video, we will continue our chapter Computer Networks of class 12th. Today, we will learn about the transmission media. So, let's begin with the introduction of transmission media. It means media links through which data are transferred from one device to another. In data communication terminology, a transmission medium is a physical path between the sender and the receiver. That is, it is the channel through which data is sent from one place to another. Let's see the types of transmission media. So there are basically two types of transmission media. Number one, guided media, and number two, unguided media. Guided media are those media in which wires are used, and unguided media are those media in which wires are not used. Guided media is further divided into three categories. Number one, twisted pair cable, number two, coaxial cable, and number three, fiber optic cable. While unguided media is further divided into three categories. Number one, radio waves, number two, microwaves, and number three, satellite transmission. So let's understand all these types of transmission media one by one. Number one, twisted pair cable. A twisted pair cable comprises of two separate insulated copper wires which are twisted together and run in parallel. The copper wires are typically 1 mm in diameter. One of the wires is used to transmit data and the other is the ground reference. Twisted pair cable is further divided into two types. Number one, UTP, that is unshielded twisted pair cable, and number two, STP, that is shielded twisted pair cable. I hope it's clear to all of you. So let's move on to our second transmission media, that is coaxial cable. Coaxial cables are copper cables with metal shielded designed to provide immunity against noise and greater bandwidth. Coaxial cables can transmit signals over larger distances at a higher speed as compared to twisted pair cables. Coaxial cable has a central core of stiff copper conductor for transmitting signals. This copper conductor is covered by an insulating material. This insulator is enclosed by a braided metal outer conductor that acts as a shield against noise. The outer conductor is again enclosed by a plastic insulating cover. Let's see the application of coaxial cables. So there are various areas in which coaxial cables are used, like in analog telephone networks, in digital telephone networks, in cable TV networks, in traditional Ethernet LANs, and in metropolitan area networks. I hope it's clear to all of you. So let's move on to our next transmission media, that is fiber optic cable. A fiber optic cable, also known as an optical fiber cable. Optical fibers consist of thin strands of glass or glass-like material which are so constructed that they carry light from a source at one end of the fiber to a detector at the other end. The light sources used are either light emitting diodes or laser diodes. The data to be transmitted is modulated onto the light beam using frequency modulation techniques. The signals can then be picked up at the receiving end and demoduled. The bandwidth of the medium is potentially very high. For light emitting diodes, this range between 20 and 150 Mbps, and higher rates are possible using laser diodes. The fiber cables consist of three pieces. Number one, core, that is the glass or plastic through which the light travels. Number two, cladding, which is a covering of the core that reflects light back to the core. And number three, protective coating, which protects the fiber cable from hostile environment. I hope it's clear to all of you. So let's move on to our next transmission media, that is radio waves transmission. So the transmission making use of radio frequencies is termed as radio wave transmission. Radio waves have omnidirectional antennas, that is antennas that can send signals in all directions. The properties of radio waves vary according to their frequencies. Low and medium frequency radio waves can pass through obstacles and have ground propagation. High frequency radio waves travel in straight lines and have sky propagation. Some of the areas of applications of radio waves are broadcasting and multicasting, fixed and mobile radio communications, AM and FM radio, television, wireless computer networks, and cordless phones. So these were the areas where radio waves are used. I hope it's clear to all of you. Let's move on to our next transmission media, that is microwave transmission. Microwave signals are used to transmit data without the use of cables. The microwave signals are similar to radio and television signals and are used for long distance communication. The microwave transmission consists of a transmitter, receiver, and the atmosphere. In microwave communication, parabolic antennas are mounted on towers to send a beam to other antennas tens of kilometers away. The microwave transmission is line of sight transmission. I hope it's clear to all of you. So let's move on to our next transmission media, that is satellite transmission. A satellite is a smaller object that revolves around a larger object in space. When transmission takes place between any two Earth stations through a satellite, then it is called as satellite transmission or communication. In satellite transmission, the Earth station consists of a satellite dish that functions as an antenna and communication equipment to transmit and receive data from satellites passing overhead. These satellites act as relay stations for communication signals. The satellite accepts signals transmitted from an Earth station, amplify them, and retransmit them to another Earth station. Using such a setup, data can be transmitted to the other side of the Earth in one step. I hope it's clear to all of you. Thank you for watching this video. Have a great day.